Is early learning beneficial or harmful for children? Insights from parenting experts. Welcome, dear parents, to today's sharing session. There's a question that many parents ponder. Is early learning truly beneficial for our children? Or could it unintentionally hinder their development? Naturally, we all want the best for our children, hoping they grow up intelligent and quick-witted. But is pushing them to learn too early the right path? In this discussion, we'll explore the effects of early learning on a child's developing brain. More importantly, we'll uncover the most appropriate ways to stimulate your child's brain, ensuring a healthy and strong start in life. Before diving into the details, let's outline the key points we'll cover. First, we'll clarify why early learning can unintentionally obstruct the natural developmental potential of a child's brain. Next, we'll distinguish between two critical types of brain development, identifying the best ways to stimulate your child for well-rounded growth. Let's get started. When early learning becomes a burden on a child's brain. Many parents here have likely heard of or even explored extracurricular classes or early education programs, hoping to give their children a head start in intelligence. Right? We see expensive early learning centers popping up, along with heavily advertised apps and educational DVDs for tablets. In such environments, infants are sometimes introduced to letter and number flashcards, while toddlers are scheduled with packed curricula covering reading, math, science, arts, and more. But do these high expectations and meticulously prepared environments truly foster the development we hope for? The truth is, when we place expectations on children that exceed their current capabilities or create overly structured nurturing environments, we may inadvertently hinder the natural developmental potential of their brains. Notably, there's no scientific evidence to date proving that these early learning programs produce super babies who are significantly more intelligent. On the contrary, overloading infants with stimuli they're not ready to process can overwhelm them, creating negative engagement. What's the consequence? Children may lose their natural curiosity and enthusiasm for learning. And worse, this could mimic the effects of insufficient stimulation needed for healthy development. Picture a child's brain as fertile soil. If we plant too much too soon, before the soil is ready, the young sprouts may not thrive, they could wilt or rot. What are the right stimuli for your child's precious early years? If cramming knowledge isn't the answer, what's the best way to optimize brain development during these critical early years? Researchers have identified two key types of brain development that parents need to understand. The first is called experience-expectant brain development. It sounds technical, but it's quite simple. This is the rapid organization of a child's brain, driven entirely by everyday, familiar experiences. What are these? They're opportunities for children to freely explore their surroundings, interact with people, and hear language and the rich sounds of life. Over millions of years of evolution, every infant, toddler, and young child's brain is wired to expect these experiences. These natural interactions help the brain develop normally and healthily. For example, touching objects, being hugged by parents, hearing loving voices, or playing are the building blocks that lay a strong foundation for the brain. The second type is experience-dependent brain development. This occurs throughout our lives, not just in early childhood. It involves refining and enhancing pre-established brain structures based on specific learning experiences, which vary by individual and culture. Examples include learning to read, write, play video games, weave intricate rugs, or master an instrument like the violin. The brain of a violinist, for instance, differs slightly from that of a poet because each has trained different brain regions over time. Crucially, experience-expectant development, the first type, happens early and naturally. It unfolds organically when caregivers, such as parents or grandparents, Provide age-appropriate toys and engage children in exciting daily activities. These could be a cozy family meal, a fun game of peek-a-boo, a refreshing bath before bedtime, reading a picture book together and chatting about it, or singing a familiar lullaby. These seemingly simple activities are invaluable nourishment, forming a solid foundation for later experience-dependent development. Like building a house, a strong foundation ensures stability. Experience-expectant development is that sturdy foundation. In reality, there's no scientific evidence suggesting that children need a specific sensitive period in their early years to master skills requiring extensive training, such as reading, playing music, or performing gymnastics. On the contrary, as mentioned earlier, pushing children too hard too soon can harm their brains. It overloads neural circuits, reducing the brain's sensitivity to essential everyday experiences, those that provide a healthy start in life. Conclusion. Through today's discussion, we hope parents have gained a clearer perspective on early learning. The key isn't how much academic knowledge a young child acquires, but whether they have rich, age-appropriate experiences, filled with play, exploration, and the love and support of their family. That's the strongest foundation for their holistic development. The insights shared today are grounded in scientific research from development through the lifespan. These valuable references provide a solid basis for making informed decisions in your parenting journey. Thank you, dear parents, for listening.